DK maybe okay.
Well, speaking of the Riki.
Though, if they had a kill rune on the Queen of Pain. And she got the 4-minute bounty rune on top, the kill rune going in the way of Mirana.
Ooh, Yapsor with the smoke screen. This could be the first blood right now. He wants to go for the kick, but it won't happen. Limp, an easy movement up, and he actually had the first blood rune, the double damage onto that Mirana.
Some time to come. They have to hoof it to the bottom.
Oh, the Bat Rider's already here under the cover of smoke. The Ice Blast going to fly out, but Cinderu's in trouble. Chessie attacking the arrow from Mirana, able to connect. As now Chessie low on life. Era jumps forward, but again, the saving grace from the Oracle is able to arrive. Chessie gets the big burst heal as this fight just splits up a little bit. They're still sticky napalming up. Keizu jumps in, gets the lasso over on Limp. Ear on the back lines, roared up. Keizu dropping down very low. He will go down, but the trade-off is also going to be with Era. Yapsor's on the run, but it's Complexity. They are the ones finding the kills. The Sonic Wave bursting through from Koifa, but nothing will stop Chessie from claiming his double kill. You can turn on the Magnetize, but they'll all survive. And Escape have finally given Complexity what they were looking for. A great team fight. One by one, they marched to their death. Complexity just smoked on top of an Obs ward. They should have known as well. In fact, yeah, Cinderin, he was walking around there with a sentry ward already on him before they did the smoke. Now he throws it down, realized both the Obs and sentry is there. But it's Complexity who are not here to defend Roshan. Escape, they're looking to bring him down, and at this point, they might be able to succeed. The scans used by the Radiant side, it should now start to ping and flag red as Complexity. Here they come, Roshan low. He's at 1k life. They've almost finished the job. Here comes Complexity. Arrow will fly forward. It hits Koifa. He does have the Aegis Immortal, however. Era trying to keep Swindles out. They use both the Adaptive Strike as well as the stun to hold him. Koifa lets the ulti blow. He triggers the Aegis to the Immortal. The Necros are all around him. Chessie will get in, and then the blink. They get back up, but is it far enough? No, not with Keizu being roared. They get the Adaptive Strike, so you will lose the Slug, and it's allowing Era to block the path with the Morphling, but Hanskin giving them a license to just keep on fighting. Era on the run, another kick, catching out two. Era needs more time. The Linkers is finally back off cooldown. He'll waveform up. Can he survive? He holds in the tree lines. There's not enough mana for him to TP out. They don't realize he's in the trees. He'll start the TP. Swindles now. The axes will fly, but it's all a little too late. The extra TP out as well. Coming from Koifa, they will get out of the pit.
Waiting for a several reward coming from the chicken.
Keizu, they're prepping. There's your leap. And, well, Keizu can't survive. Or, no, yeah, he can't survive. The kick from Yapsol wasn't going to control up enough. And then, well, Z-Freak, he's coming back in. Did you actually think that was the real Cinderin? Either way, it was a replicate. And they're going to boulder 4-staff out. Chessie's still on the hunt under the cover of the Moonlight Shadow. Cinderin, he's a little bit out of position here. Swindle's going to start with a raw Necrobox, and Cinderin, he will evaporate as ice. All right, so Complexity, Ice Blast. Really good timing from Cinderin. It's going to scout this out. Also going to connect on 3 heroes of Complexity. It's not going to stop them from taking Roshan, however. It'll just make them a little bit more cautious. Era's having his fun up on the top lane, continuously pushing that one out. He does have a replicate, and in fact, Escape, they're in a position where they can try and contest this, and there's already the jump from Chessie. Going on Koifa, he'll blink away. Keizu, now with the last 2, they're bringing Chessie in deeper. They do have the vision with the Sentry Ward going down, as well as the gem. They can see Chessie until he goes to Shadow. It's the Sonic Wave! It hits huge! It hits 3! They turn the Magnetize as well, but Cinderin, well, he's old reliable. Down again, 3 for 1 is the trade-off. The ball up from Yapsor, but he's playing catch with his dad. He hits the arrow Limp perfectly on Yapsor. Say goodbye to him. It was a nice play from Koifa, but better from Hanskin, who has just been every time there for his team.
And Escape really have nothing left at this point. Kokla will take a spill, and that's one buyback coming out for them.
This Ice Blast has to be huge. It's going to hit over on 3 heroes as Swindles. Very deep underneath the tier 4 towers. Wants TP out. Won't be able to happen. And now they blink forward, finding Chessie. Complexity. There's some freebies coming the way right now of Escape. They still took the mid-ranks. Koifa cops narrow to the face. Z-Freak jumps in. Smoke screen up, and now they both get kicked. Sentry wards are down, so they can see Z-Freak. He has to go into his ultimate, try and protect himself for the moment as this fight splits into multiple parts. Z-Freak has to go south where Yapsol's hunting him, but it's Chessie who's dropping down low. The Orchid will help pop him. The gem recovered from Escape, and Complexity, they have just given a lifeline here to Escape. A get out jail free card. Keizu was the closest one. Moonlight Shadow's going to trigger as well, because Keizu doesn't care about that. He's got the gem, but they jump forward. They find Koi for the Ice Blast, connects over on 3. They need a little bit more damage here. No, the lasso! Keizu, we got a neutral! Era, oh boy, he'll go down as well. They can't get the Morphling out. The Raw Zone KZ. Say exactly where you are and think about what you did. Complexity. They take 3. The support's the only ones left alive. I think YapzOr's going to try and make a little bit more space. He's going to go on a play here on Swindles on the mid lane, turning on the silence. He needs to find this kill to try and slow down anything. Is Swindles actually going to go down to magnetize? Ticking, and boom. He'll drop down. YapzOr gets some level of freedom. The Necro books may claim his life in return, especially when he kills it. He'll take the money, but he'll die for the cause. It may have been just long enough for Complexity not to take a full GG here. And GG. Escape will call it. They say there is no more joy to be had here. Complexity, they definitely didn't do it smoothly though. Complexity had like that one push that went down the mid has got a couple of question marks.
So like you needed to do like irreparable.
Synderen, you're really, really low. He actually doesn't have Shallow Grave. Okay, now he actually levels up the heal with that damage. Hanskin's going to drop down. Z-Freak was looking for the first blood. Now he'll find Synderen, but it was all a little too late. He'll get one more attack in. It's still not enough. The Stormbolt from Chessie will find the kill. But Z-Freak, he needs 3 seconds for Rolling Boulder. Ear into the tree lines, the double kick. That'll buy him the seconds to roll out the arrow. They're able to scout out the movement of the Mirana. So there's no surprise arrows. There's no surprise movement. In fact, Z-Freak already pushes YapzOr out. The kick will fly forward. And Synderen, he may have to self-grave himself to try and buy a little bit of time as Chessie war cries, runs out Z-Freak. He's waiting. Okay, the Disruptor will find that kill. Chessie turns for the stun. Era in a little bit of trouble. He's dropped down too low. The healing ward is down. Complexity can't reach it yet. Now they will be able to. And Era, he'll pop and give a double kill to Hanskin. Well, Chessie, he's going to God Strength it. Now they know this is going on, and that means KZoo, under the cover of smoke, they move forward. Era's only got a 1-level Omni Slash, so it's not going to be really that effective, especially when there's a Centaur also hovering around, but the Radiance is up. 17 minutes in, the Radiance Bear moves forward, gets an entangle over on Z-Freak. He has to boulder himself away to safety. The glimpse back Koifa into the storm. Maybe they can find the kill. Limp jumps back in, but that big stun arriving in from the Nyx Assassin. Have they got enough? They get through two. The Shallow Grave kept Koifa alive, and now Swindles isolated as well. Complexity will lose 4. All they wanted was an Ancient stack, and now they're going to get completely team wiped off the face of the earth. Z-Freak is gone. Koifa will finish up the stack. That was just a lot better execution as well from Escape. Now, we can actually go back live as Roshan being contested up by Complexity. Savage Roar going to send the Timbersaw away. Swindles just blinks himself in. Probably expecting Roshan to be a lot lower than he really is. Spy Carapace will stun him up. They know he's on the hill. And maybe with the Starfall, yep, the last star will fall on his head. Chessie comes in looking for the contest on Roshan. KZoo, the arrow, it's going to miss. He hits with a Vendetta. Spy Carapace stopping Limp in his tracks. And now with the Bear on the front lines, they're going to catch out more of Complexity. They boulder away. Roshan still needs to be completed. Koifa will resummon his band now while YapzOr hunts the kill over towards Z-Freak. Such a simple one too, but with no Sven, like Sven does not want to expend his buyback at this point.
YapzOr has Ags.
Already?
Nyx Assassin is 250 gold away from Ags. This is bad.
Here's the jump. Omni Slash Swindles! He took every single one. Now the spinner's wall from Era. He'll pick up Hanskin. The buyback comes out from Chessie, but you've already lost 2. Era in deep. Does not have the Aegis Immortal, but he's got the Shallow Grave. The saving grace from Synderen. Where's that Shadow Wave? There it is. The heal is there. You'll still bring down Era, but you've lost 2. You bought back 1. The Lone Draw Bear still on the front lines, but Synderen, he'll go down with the team, but you've got the melee racks.
Tower already at 25% though. They're going to have to do something soon.
As the arrow hits on Limp, he's trying to chain himself away. The Omni Slash, Limp with the Starfall as well. They have the damage from the Mirana, moving up into Hanskin. The extra stunts there, and Swindles, the lasso. They control up YapzOr for now, but it won't stop the Mirana Aghanims from still getting the kill. He's lasso, but he still finds the damage. Swindles on the sideline, helping Chessie to find that kill. YapzOr inside the storm.
Now the Urn taking him down. Now the Yules.
They want to fight this? Yep. Era jumps in the back lines. He's going to catch out Z-Freak with that spin, find the kill, back up in the lane, and the Bear gets the entangle over on Chessie. Era can just start attacking in, look for the crits, look for the damage. They just want one other entangle, and Chessie will die here. He can't find it straight away. In fact, Limp will just rip apart the Bear, and Era blinks forward, gets the first crit, then the follow-up damage. Swindles can't escape. A triple kill for him, plus the entangle. Give that man an ultra, and that's exactly what they'll do. Complexity losing too many. It may even be a rampage. Ira's going ham. Remember, he's still immortal. He's still got that Aegis up. And with the help of Keizu, where's the stun? The Spine Carapace to get the mana burn. Is there a range for the stun?
Fair, and that is the GG. Well played. I thought that Complexity had a better plan to manage the lone druid first. They haven't turned to that in a very long time.
Okay, it's a Weaver. Top lane, initiation over on Keizu. Z-Freak bolted himself forward, got the stun off, and now Keizu, the arrow's going to fly in, but Complexity already split. Well, they're having a crack at Ira on bottom lane. It's a little bit of a chip, but Ira gets back. It's the top lane where things are brewing. The roar out from Keizu, looking towards Swindles. Yapsaw wants to rotate over. Z-Freak is just trying to body block it so the arrow can't connect. Unfortunately for Z-Freak, he's already lost his teammate because Koifa rotated over. Yapsaw is on the run. Z-Freak has perfect vision, so Yapsaw, all he really wants is Starfall, bait him with the arrow. He can't leap forward. Now the arrow will fly in Z-Freak. He was running the tree line. There was nowhere to go. The Starfall will find the kill. That's Yapsaw's second kill of the game so far.
That was a sick play by Yapsaw. Z-Freak to attempt to dodge the arrow that wasn't even there and then hits him where he can't dodge.
Oh, Ira, they're jumping in on him. He's still got Shadow Dance available. Cinder is just bailing out, but the Flame Break will cancel his TP. He doesn't have mana to do anything else apart from run and die. Ira will also die underneath the tier 1. Unable to TP out in time.
Give him more credit than that, Toby.
Swindles is a great player. All right, Keizu backing up the Necro Books. They're going to boulder forward as Yapsaw in the neighborhood. Omni Slash shared out, and Cindering and tank through most of it. And, well, he's actually waddling himself out of here with a roar on Z-Freak. Z-Freak's in trouble. He's going to drop on down. Oh, Willie, the Shallow Grave is there. It buys him the time, and it's actually 2 heroes lost from escape.
Hold the area, and I think with that, they lose so much ground.
Han's going to have to Shallow Grave. Ira's got no stun available. Going to shift a little bit of essence, but that's all. Now it's a 22-minute. Nox has now given us. So it was a 22-minute Aghanim Scepter in game number 2.
Okay, so
and that was with the advantages you're talking about. So he's
4 minutes earlier in this game.
Yeah, with less to work with. Chessie, whoa, hello, jumping in through the rear. Cinder actually started with the Ignite instead of going for the stun.
He needed to pop the Lincolns.
Yeah.
Or wanted to.
Well, now the Lincoln's going to get triggered, and the stun with a Sonic Wave finds the kill. Swindles jumps in, but it's already a little bit too late with this lasso. He controls Coin for a little bit longer. Cinderin, he's -14, -16 on the armor, thanks to the Scarab Beetles going to work. Yeah. And on bottom lane, Z-Freak was actually looking for Yapsaw, but Yapsaw already with Blink Dagger, throws the arrow over, it connects, in comes Keizu with a Sonic Wave, hitting on 3, Hans is already down, Lim's getting bashed up by Roshan, even the Elmer's turning against him, the Omni Slash going to work Koifa, it's not enough, he bounced too many times into the Necro Books, so they don't find that kill, Chessie will burn out, the Ogre's Ignite finds that kill, and Z-Freak, well, it's a high perch, a wonderful place to plant a tombstone. Yeah. Almost walking into it was Yapsaw, but now they're just caught in no man's land. They want to go back up and they're going to find Ira. Remember, as you said, he's got the gem and completely surrounded.
As you mentioned, though, I think they should have played no
coming
risk
in again.
at that point, though.
The Orchid over on Chessie. Support's going to arrive in. Keizu gets the roar off, but the damage of Koifa so high already. Z-Freak gets hit so hard by the arrow. Yapsaw wants to go in for a little bit more damage. The Shallow Grave will protect. But look at Escape. They do the wraparound. Under the cover of Moonlight Shadow, the secret wraparound. But you got the Sentry Wars down, so they still have some good vision. Ira getting caught. Do they have enough damage to fire him? No, they don't. He gets to the Shadow Dance. Even with a Sonic Wave, the damage is out. Keizu will help. 3 heroes gone for Complexity. Swindle doesn't know where to go. Koifa's pumping out too much physical damage. And now even Chessie locked. He's leashed. They're going to see him. Koifa has no more extra disables to give to his team. Z-Freak tries to help out his teammate, but Chessie on the run. The pound spot. There's your scream. There's your triple kill for Koifa. 4 heroes lost.
Going into the pit, will get scattered out by the 4. It's already at half HP. Medallion on. Bullseye.
They're okay with this though. Like, you've still got Koi for a little bit too far away. The Moonlight Shadow's going to go. Swindle's up on the hillside. They trigger the dust, so they already get the reveal over on Yapsaw. So Limp gets the Aegis Immortal. Swindle's still waiting. His Blink Dagger's on cooldown. Now the roar. They catch Z-Freak in the bottom part of the river. He needs a way out, but he's got no mana. Even with the one charges, this is still not enough. The arrows fly through, will miss their target. They've locked in Ira, but again, Ira able to get to the Shadow Dance. Swindle just gone. The Sonic Wave does huge damage. Limp, that cheese will not be enough to save him from this one. He's gone for the count. Chessie's on the run. Aegis the Immortal only means he can die twice. The TP went out from the Dazzle. He's abandoned his teammate. Chessie's on the run. Orchid, perfect stun control. Triple kill for Koifa.
He was a non-factor. It looked like he was going to be able to do okay amounts of damage, and then he popped cheese to do. When you're in the lead, when you have 5 heroes,
Blink Omni.
and they have 4,
Z-Freak get the vision. He needs the kick. They don't really have great vision. This is nighttime, however, so they just drop the sentry. Chessie stunts over on the towers. The bottom lane's pushed in, so it's going to be a matter of time before those megas hit, and Era comes in from behind. He focuses on Hanskin. He has a self-grave before this fight begins. You don't have Swindles. The Omni Slash soaked up by Necro Books as well. This is not going to be the dream fight. No when Sonic Wave from Koiva hits so perfectly. This is over. It's done. It's cooked. Complexity will drop to the lower bracket, and Escape will advance themselves forward to face up in the winner's bracket final and potentially go straight in to the main event of TI, the dream of all the teams here in the wildcard.
That was a really good gamble by Complexity. I think they were hoping that Escape would fight outside of their T4s, but they waited until they had everyone. They had the Shivas up on the Mirana to get vision.